Alright guys, so right now what we're doing is what's called a couch session. And a couch session is this very, very long couch where we take questions from you guys about the past lessons that we've had, or if we happen to get a question about life, we'll also answer that, that's no problem. This is just a time for you to kind of get any questions asked, any loopholes that we didn't cover, or anything that is on your mind that we can answer and speak to. We will go ahead and do that. So right now we're going ahead and collecting questions and whatnot, and I'll just really quickly reintroduce our panel for the YouTube viewers. My name is Ezra Steyo. Right here we have Milton Loreno, and we have Jose Canales, and then Josias Cantu, and then Sigue Espinoza. Yeah, these are some of the leaders here in GN, and yeah, as soon as we get the questions, we'll go ahead and get started, alright?
Alright. Okay, I have one from one of our online watchers.
Yeah.
This is a girl. We won't be saying names. And she's been watching the different sessions. She wants to know the following. So, does this mean if I like to receive gifts. And I like to receive gifts. So does that mean that if someone's giving me a lot of gifts and it's someone that I like, do they love me? That's how it's written. I can't.
I wouldn't say love. It could be like a way of appreciating somebody. Like, I appreciate you. I appreciate our friendship. I value our friendship. And maybe the other person knows that their way of feeling loved is by receiving gifts. But using the word love, that could be tricky. Depends what age we're talking about. Like, you're like 13, 14, not love. But I mean, love as a friend, most likely, but not love, like as if, let's say you're in your 20s, already looking for relationships and getting married.
I mean, it also depends. I mean, I'm sure if my parents got me gifts, I'm sure it's because they love me. But I don't know what the context is here. I don't know if it's between two friends or maybe you guys like each other.
Now, she said, it's a boy I like. Does that mean he loves me?
Well, okay. I wouldn't know. But he wouldn't send you gifts if he didn't. But if anything, I would say that this person likes you. I don't know if it's love, but I know that this person has positive feelings. That's all I could say. Yeah. Maybe he wants to just be really good friends, maybe not. Just remember that in the end, love is a choice. It's not a feeling. The feeling we feel is more about affection, not rather love. Love is a choice. You choose to love a person. So in the end, it's his choice and it's also yours.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was wanting to clarify, I have no idea about the situation, but if you're talking about affectionate love, like boyfriend and girlfriend type situation, I wouldn't say that this is a definite yes or a definite no. I think that the fact that he is giving you gifts is definitely showing that he at least cares about you, or at least wants to show you love. I don't think it necessarily means affectionate love, like in a relationship context. But I will say that if you are receiving gifts and you are like, your love language is gifts, it's a really good thing, I would think. Yeah, if people want to love you in a better way, to know what it is that your own love language is, and then to kind of speak or do into that, I think that's a pretty good practice. Yeah, but I don't know that it necessarily means that there's affectionate love attached to those gifts.
Okay. Very well said.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pull out a question that was written from the audience.
Woo! Yes!
One of you guys, check under your seats.
Everybody will get a card.
Alright, This is a two-part question, or two questions really. So first off, how to separate love from personal? I'm guessing it's maybe like love from personal, whatever. I'm gonna read the second part. Maybe it makes sense. How to accept a compliment or a bad compliment? Okay. So I'm guessing this.
Can I get some more hands in the chat?
Okay, maybe
We'll take it to
Milton, want to take
Oh, okay.
microphone?
What's the question?
How to separate love from personal, how to accept a compliment or a bad compliment, which I think what they're trying to say is like an insult. Or maybe like a backhanded compliment, but I don't quite understand the first question, how to separate love from personal. Like I guess like if you're having, like I guess working together or like you're trying to keep it professional or something, like you're trying to separate that, I don't know.
I think they're meaning like connection.
Connection.
Like the affection love between like personal connection between one person and another, like a bond kind of thing. How do you separate the feeling of affection and love between a person and bond?
Oh, okay.
It was not this question.
No, it's not.
Oh, it says Matthew. My bad. I'll let someone else tackle that question. But the how to accept a compliment or a bad compliment, it's always you don't want to come off as like, oh, I can't take a compliment, or like they kind of it's okay to be like modest or humble, but after a while you start like rejecting like compliments. It kind of gets annoying. You know, I've seen you guys seen that video or the Vine where they're like, oh, you did really good in the compliment, and then this little girl was like, oh my god, I was a good one. You know, like they can't take a compliment. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, just say thank you. Like, hey, I appreciate it. A double-handed, like a backhanded compliment.
Sarcasm?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Make the whole room laugh. But yeah, you just take it like a champ. You know, tough skin. You know. But yeah, just if it's definitely a compliment, just appreciate them. You know, thank you for saying that. Maybe you compliment them back. I love what you do your hair. I love what you're wearing. Love the shoes. Whatever. Try to reciprocate that.
Yeah, because if you end up rejecting the compliments, then people have less incentive to compliment you, and
You want them to compliment.
you'll see that you lost the compliments, and you're like, why aren't you complimenting me? Well, it's because every time you say you rejected it. Why would I tell you compliment? So you have to take it with gratitude and thank them for that compliment.
You've done that before, haven't you?
I'll try my best to answer that first question. Thank you to Matthew, because I feel like I
It's
kind
like, it
of...
wasn't me.
No, I'm not saying you should.
yeah.
I was
It's
kind
not
of
explaining.
explaining it, and I hope you kind of understand what it meant.
Thank you, Chad.
I think there is a difference between having a relationship with love and just having a personal connection with somebody. I mean, it could be just a really good friend you've had for many times, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to show them like affection and love. So I guess the question you're asking is, how do I show, what's the difference between showing maybe affection and love and then showing love but from a personal bond relationship from a friend? I mean, in the end, they're both the same, because love, like again, is a choice, and with affection and love, I guess people tend to embrace it more. It's more leaning towards intimacy and wanting to have that connection between two genders. I'm getting all very scientific in here because I'm being a little more logical about this. So in the end, the only thing that makes it different is probably the fact that with the person that you show affection to, well, you show affection, hold hands, hug, whatever. And with the other one, you would rather just spend time with them, quality time, hanging out, words of affirmation, etc.
Now, next question.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and read off the next question. I don't know where the other one went, but you can pass it down the line if you need to. Okay. How can you love yourself when you are so disconnected from God? Someone asked.
Wow. How can you love yourself when you're so disconnected from God? Well, I guess to start off, at least you know where the issue starts or is traced back to your disconnection from God. That'll be one way to start repairing that relationship with Christ. You can't fully. As Christians, it's our duty to be Christ-like, as Christ-like as possible. We're never going to be 100% like Jesus Christ, but it's our duty to be Christ-like and to inspire others. As for terms of loving yourself, how can I put this? I feel like that question just hit me real good.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't think you can if you're disconnected. You have to build upon that connection because you have to realize that you were made in His image. And if you don't realize that, knowing that He made you in His own image, it's really beautiful that He loves you the same way He loves someone else. But He loves you so much, He made you in His image. And if you can't see that, you are made in His image. You have that ability to love yourself as He loves you, if that makes any sense.
And I'd like to just throw in just my 2 cents. I know this might sound controversial, but I'd like everyone to hear me out. I'm sure you can love yourself without God, but listen, loving yourself is like taking a free sample at the mall. Whereas when you have God's love with you, it's like getting the whole product for free. It's like, yes, anyone could love themselves, but without God's love, you're barely scraping the surface of the water. You want to go deep.
I feel like I don't necessarily agree with that entirely.
Yeah.
What I will say is loving yourself is really about self-esteem and how much you yourself are feeling like you're satisfied with yourself or feeling like you are doing a good job in life. You can definitely gain a more of an appreciation, like what Jose was saying, realizing you're God's creation, and you're like, if I don't love God's creation, i.e. myself, then I am not loving God as much as I can be. But that's a hard question. I think, to put it shortly, how can you love yourself if you feel so disconnected from God? I think it's just realizing that you yourself are enough, and God made you in His image. After you find that realization, and after you have that in your head, if you think about it, fake it till you make it, then saying that over and over in your head, you will continue to build up that esteem and do better about that. Yeah.
Okay, just quickly, I'm so sorry guys if I disagree with any of you, but you can like yourself without God. Many people like themselves. They think very highly of themselves, but you cannot love yourself without God. It's because the only source of true love is God. So just
I was trying to get there.
just with that, it's okay. We need to go to the next question because I also have some the people send via text.
Yeah.
It says, what is the healthiest form of love depending on a situation and connectivity? How do you know that a passion of yours has died? That's the question. So the first one is, what is the healthiest form of love depending on situation and connectivity? That's a good question. Does anybody want to read it?
Yeah, I can try.
See.
Okay, what is the healthiest form of love depending on situation and connectivity? So in other words, just in general, what is the healthiest form of love? How do you know that a passion of yours has died is another question. Well, as for the first question, it all, again, context. Are you talking about the different types of love? Is it just love in general? So I'll probably, I've already answered the second one like plenty of times before, but as for the first one, the healthiest form of love really just comes when you follow all the 5 love languages. We're gonna get to the next 2 in the next Sundays, but it's so far we've learned that it's quality time, it's words of affirmation, and it's gifts so far. But love is very, very, very hard to describe, and I guess in the healthiest form would be when it does not overwhelm you, it does not ruin you, because love is supposed to help you, love is supposed to be something positive. It feels good, and if it does not make you feel good, it makes you feel quite the opposite, well, that's when you probably already know you've already gone past the healthiest stage.
I personally, I don't think that one love language is more overpowering than another. It really matters behind the context of the situation you're in. Say your friend is feeling down and she's not feeling good about themselves. This is a situation where you would rather use words of affirmation instead of using a gift, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
You can help them build their own self-esteem, not bring themselves down, so they build themselves up and they feel better. And I think that would be better than a gift.
Milton?
I was gonna say, I'm understanding the question a little bit differently. I believe, like when they're talking about the forms of love, I'm thinking like agape or eros or like those type of loves. And then that's the thing. We talk a lot about in the Bible a lot about agape love. Because, I believe that's that's what I believe the healthiest form of love is, unconditional love. I'm not talking. Maybe you're talking about maybe their love language, but if I'm talking about forms of love, I think unconditional love is probably my top one.
How many questions do we have left?
We have 3.
Okay, well, let's stop with one more.
Okay.
Then we'll do an online one.
Is it a good sign of love if you show up to a friend/family, but then leave in the next 5 minutes? Love for the boys.
Oh.
Well, I feel like that needs a little context, because like, what if there was an emergency?
Yeah.
I mean, if you just show up
Okay,
to the
Siggy, let's see.
So can you repeat the question one more time, or can you?
Here, is it a good sign of love if you show up to a friend or family, then leave in the next 5 minutes? Love for the boys.
It's not bad, because I mean, people can leave in the next 5 minutes if you have like a legit reason to leave.
Can you turn it up?
It's a good sign of love to show, but not in the next 5 minutes. So I'm guessing the reason you would leave is because you don't want to be with. If the reason you're leaving is because you don't want to be that person, and you're making it obvious, then it's not a good sign. And if you have that reason to not be with that person, most likely there's some sort of relationship issue between you and the other party. And if there's a relationship issue, or there's an issue, or if it's because you don't feel, if it's because you don't feel comfortable, then you're probably leaving for a good reason. If it's because you don't like the other person for anything at all, I mean, you should probably speak up, be confrontational about it, so that way you can try to fix whatever's breaking between that relationship. So it's a very broad question.
Okay. We're gonna continue, guys, because we're running out of time. Next question. We'll have probably one person at a time talk for the next ones.
In your opinion, what is the best way to spend time with your loved one?
Oh, that's good.
I guess that's where
That's
it
a very
goes.
good one.
I guess that's where the whole love language is coming through.
Yeah.
Identifying.
Yeah, identifying what their love language is, so that you can best focus on that basically section. If your loved one is quality time, then make sure that you spend quality time and no distractions, no phones, whatever. If it's love affirmation, giving them notes, giving compliments or whatever, gifts, give them gifts, and et cetera, et cetera.
Anyone else? We have 10 seconds. I mean, 15 seconds.
I'll probably just add in something. The best time to spend with loved ones is just quality time, because I don't think like you can just say gifts. Like the best way to spend time is gifts, But in quality time, the best thing you'd like to do is get to know a person, because the more you know about them, the more attached you feel. You have like this attachment to them, and it could be as long as it's just you and that other person, and no matter what you do, you're already spending time with that person. Even if it's just stuck in traffic in the car, right? Like, you just get off your phone, you talk to that person for an hour, you've just spent time with that person. You've just built on a relationship. And it doesn't have anything to do. No, going to Disney World and riding a roller coaster together is not the only way you can spend time. You know, sometimes it could just be playing pool, or sometimes just running around the park, you know?
Next one.
Sorry, we're running out of time here.
How many love languages are there? That's a dumb question.
There's 5.
There's
We will be
obviously,
covering 5.
we
The
have.
one that we have gone through so far was quality time, words of information, gift. There's also touch, and the fifth
Acts of
one,
service.
acts of service.
Okay, an online question. One of the ones I submitted, we already covered it, but I want to read it so they know we read it. Is I don't like receiving compliments, but I love to give them help. You know, like what? But we covered that at the beginning of the panel, so we're good with that. The next one. Okay, I love to spend time with people, but I sometimes feel rejected. Why do you think this is?
I guess
Man, online people.
that's a really good question. I
feel like that revolves around a lot of people, like in an undertone. I feel like a lot of people get out of this because everyone wants to be part of something, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like as far as someone feeling not a part of a group, I think this is a good way for them to understand how to love themselves, not just in a group, but like individually, spend time with each other individually.
Yeah, like Matthew said.
I am okay.
Yeah.
You're
We need prayers to come back from him. No, like you said, yeah, I think it's a lot about reading the room, the atmosphere, and depending on the group. I'm not saying that you have to change yourself. Maybe you can withdraw yourself a little bit and give them space, because it's all about timing. It's all about how you come through. If you're coming in too strong, or you have to make sure it's like a dance when you talk to people, or especially groups of people, to make sure when to put yourself out there. That's honestly the best advice I can give you, just knowing when to hold them, when to fold them. We are out of questions over here.
Okay, so that is it. That concludes our panel. Yes, sir.
Just to clarify, we would have loved to go into depth with all these questions and answer them to the best
But we are.
but we are very strict on time right now, so we had to answer them very quickly. We hope all of you understand if your question kind of seemed very rough, or if not. But thank you guys for coming today. This was a good couch session. We love having you. We love answering your questions. You guys want to add something?
We'll try to find a way to add more depth to your questions.
One question.
One more question.
I was wondering what's the recommended amount of
Dedicated WAM I should have to a server.
What?
Good question. We'll answer that next time.
Just install it online.
good answer.
Just Google search it.
Okay.
Thank you. So I like to end it up in prayer.
Yeah, let's all pray.
Yeah.
Sit down here. You're not leaving. All right. Thank you, God, for this wonderful day. Thank you once again for allowing us to all be here, especially in the situation that we're in. I know that everyone here is meant to be here. And you had a reason for them to be here. I pray that you continue just to guide us and love us, work in us. I pray that you just have your hand over everybody's lives and continue to bless them, and to just show them that you just love. You're